Mike, thanks for joining me this morning. Monday evening, FA Youth Cup, a big game under the lights. You must be looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to play in the FA Youth Cup myself and get quite far. And in recent years, at my previous club, we had a good run. Got to the second round as a non-league team as well. 8 minutes from the third round, so know what it's about. It's a great learning opportunity for the lads. If they can get a run going, build a bit of momentum, possibly draw one of the big teams in the first, second, and third rounds. It's you can make a lot of memories, but ultimately we've got a tough test with Evesham first, and we won't take that lightly.
How has the build-up been over the last couple of weeks? Because I know there's been plenty of minutes out on the pitch for the lads to get stuck into.
Yeah, I mean it's been a good build-up. We've had plenty of games, like you said. It's been managing minutes, managing injuries, making sure that we can keep everyone fresh and fit. But yeah, I mean, pre-season is always tough because you're playing in friendlies and not competitive. But the last couple of weeks with the leagues starting, a couple of cup games. You know, not too focused on the results. We're, you know, again, it's all about the learning opportunities for them, and I think that we've faced some tough tests and some challenges over the last few games that they've overcome. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how the build-up's gone. But the FA Youth Cup's a different prospect. I mean, we talked about, you know, I just mentioned about the learning opportunity for them, and it's not so much the winning of that FA Youth Cup tie, because that's, yeah, we want to win the game obviously, but you know, that first experience of playing under the lights on the first team stadium, you know, which we're grateful for as an opportunity, it's that first step for me as a young footballer, getting exposed to the environment that they want to ply their trade in, really. So that the pressure of, it's a one-off game, and as you know, anyone can turn up and win a one-off game, so it's more about how they're going to adapt and embrace that challenge, and I'll be looking at each player and going, okay, they managed to cope with that, that player didn't. How can we support them to, you know, build coping mechanisms for their careers and their futures, really.
You mentioned the mentality of FA Youth Cup games, big game under the lights on the stadium pitch, and what's your message to the players and how to deal with maybe a bit of nerves, a bit of excitement? Well,
you just got to, you know, like as a professional when I played, and I'm sure a lot of professionals will say the same, if you haven't got that little bit of feeling in your tummy before a game, then that's not right, you know. You've got to have that, because I think that adrenaline, it's just whether you let that become nerves or positive energy and you use it in the right way. I expect, you know, the first 10 minutes of the game, I expect it to be frantic, I expect it's a few misplaced passes and whatever, but it's about settling into your game plan. There will be a game plan, obviously, settling into that, taking care of your individual bits and doing the basics really, really well. Excuse me, and matching your opponent, winning your battles. You know, it's football these days seems to be all about patterns, and yeah, there's going to be some of them, but fundamentally you've got to win your battle. Yeah, if you get 7 or 8 of your team doing that, I know it's a cliche, but if you get them doing that, then it will be a good night. The result you can't control, but individually, if they can control those controllables themselves, take care of the basics, handle the ball well, move the ball around, be positive, stay together as a team, then I believe that we'll have a good night.
Is there much you can do in terms of preparing on what Evesham pose, the threats they possess, and what do you know about them?
I mean, this, you know, it's, again, we focus on us. Like that's what's going to be the message to the players. We're going to focus on what we do. Hopefully we can present more of the identity that we want to possess going into the game that maybe was missing this week in a couple of the games. But yeah, I think opposition, I could go and watch them 3 times, and then they come and turn up on the FA Youth Cup, and it could be a completely different team because they're playing on the first team stadium at Solihull Moors. Big event for them. You know, pitch is amazing. You know, Luke's done a fantastic job with that. They turn up and it can be for them. It could be their day. It's just you can't prepare for that. So as much as we can go out and say, look, Evesham can do this, the strengths of this, I think it's about how we control our emotions on the night, and who does that better will come out on top.
Just finally, a message, I guess, to people that might not have seen the lads play, so people can come down and support the team. And what's your message to those and to come and watch, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, you know, they're a fantastic bunch of individual players, lots of ability, play good football, and it should be an exciting game. There should be a lot of intensity. Should be a decent crowd there as well. So, you know, and I think that they'd enjoy coming down to watch the style of play and see potential stars of the future at the football club, you know.